Hey there, everybody. So, listen, I wanted to make this video. I make a lot of videos about the progress that we're having here on our farm. Put a lot of time, money, energy, effort into building this place, and it's for a few different reasons. Like, I want to be self-sufficient. I don't want to be, caught in a system where somebody dictates to me what I have to do in order to get food or water or create money in some way, plus, as a farm, what this is, it's going to be a whole lot more than that. At least that's my hope, is that there's going to be a way to help the community in any way that I can. People that, like, we want to get a lumber mill, right? Like, I want to get like a portable lumber mill, and I want to do that. Nothing I do is about getting rich or making money. Nothing. I could care less about money. The only reason it has any kind of importance at all is because it's needed to get this started. Money becomes worth less every single day. Every day that, your money's in the bank, it's actually worth a little bit less. You can look at that. The more stuff that the more checks that they cut for trillions and trillions of dollars makes your money worth less. And even before that, just look at what prices used to be compared to what they are now. Now it's just happened so rapidly that anybody that holds up this dollar as the almighty dollar that's the best thing for you to try to acquire in this world is just lost. So I'm saying that because I want people to know where I stand on some of this stuff. And I feel like there's probably a lot of people that's doing what I'm doing that feel the same way. So I started to say that, and I wanted to make this video because I really did want to put this out there. Don't make me your backup plan. I think that's what I'm probably going to title this video. I'm not your backup plan. There's a lot of people that I grew up with. Listen, I grew up in Pittsburgh. I was a city kid. I know nothing about farming. I know how to build stuff. I was in construction my whole life. I'm an electrician now. I know how to build stuff, but I don't know anything about farming and being self-sufficient. I'm taking every fiat currency dollar that I have and putting it into building something that will make us self-sufficient in some way. Even if it's only a little bit or a lot, we'll see where this goes. I want it to evolve and become something, bigger than myself, something that, can benefit, as I said, like the whole community in some way. Services that I want to provide to the community, and again, not about getting rich, but the whole idea that I know a lot of people that will say things like, well, if it ever goes down, I'm coming to your house, because they know what I'm doing. They know that I'm trying to build a way to not have to worry about if stuff goes sideways. Don't come here. Build your own setup. Do your own thing. Or if you can't and you want to help me, do that. But don't sit at home and do nothing. Play video games, watch TV, sit in your air conditioner, and then decide that somebody like me, because I'm probably not the only person that is doing stuff like this, but kind of dropped my phone, but I'm probably not the only person that's doing stuff like this. So with that being said, it's like, don't make me your backup plan. Get out and do it yourself. Like, I had somebody say to me, well, if it ever goes down, I'm coming to your place. What makes you think I have enough resources to take care of you? And you're also a guy that has a family. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing something like this? Stockpile food. Get some food together just in case. Medical supplies, things of this nature. I don't want to be a jagoff. I don't want to be a dick and be like, you're not coming to my house. But you're not coming to my house. I'm not spending. You know why I'm not home? In air conditioning, playing video games. Well, I don't like video games, but I'm not playing video games, and I'm not just sitting on my ass, because I want to be able to take care of my family in case something goes sideways. Worst case scenario is that we just own a farm. We don't, stuff doesn't go sideways. There's no big issue. There's no civil war. There's no civil unrest. There's none of that. We own a farm. right? But I'm putting in all this work because if it does go sideways, this will help us and as many people as I can try to help within reason, like to try to get through some hardships. But don't make me your backup plan. Do your own thing, or at least, at the very least, offer to come out and help. Like, I'm doing this by myself, me and my pregnant wife. And every once in a while, I'll pay some people to come out and, and I understand, people want to, they want to make money for coming out and doing things. I get it. But like, I mean, again, I'm not trying to be like a jerk about this. I'm not. I think these are words that need to be said to people for the self-realization that, like, if you're not preparing in some way for yourself and for your family, you really shouldn't be banking on somebody else doing it for you. Like, that's what I'm getting from a lot of people, is that, oh, I could see how much time, money, and energy you're spending on trying to take care of yourself, so I'm just going to jump on your back. I'm just gonna, I'm not going to do any of that myself. I'm not, these people in my mind, the way that they're thinking is like, I'm not doing any of that myself. I'm not even going to offer to help you. But hey, if shit goes sideways, I'll be at your door because, I'll be completely ill-prepared. That's, just for the record, anybody out there listening to this, that's what I hear when somebody says it to me. And I imagine that's probably what anybody else that's doing anything even remotely close to what I'm doing also hears. I would love to be able to have some people come out and help. It would be great, because we need people. If stuff does go sideways, right? You need people to be able to maintain, to make things easier. But what I don't need is all the people that didn't do anything to help themselves and then come to my door with themselves and their family. Like, this is the insinuation, is that they're not going to come alone. These are people that have longtime girlfriends or wives with kids, and they're not doing anything at all to help themselves if something goes sideways. But if something goes wrong, I'm coming to your house. For the record, when you say that, what that means is, to me in my ears, is that I don't want to do any of the work, but I don't want to do any of the work at all, but I want you to help me if something does go wrong. Just think about that, right? Think about what you're saying to somebody when you say that to them. When you say, because I've had at least half a dozen people in the last couple of months, because listen, stuff is starting to look off now in society, right? Like, prices are going up, coin shortages, which is just, what is that? Like, they stopped making them. But like, there's a lot of weird things that are happening. The civil unrest, the wars that are possible to break out at any point. That puts a high stress demand on a whole lot of things. When you start talking about, the sickness that's going around, how it shuts things down. Like, just imagine if you can't go to the store, how do you feed yourself? If they say just all the stores are closed, you can't feed yourself now. What do you do? Are you coming to my place at that point, or where's your line? You know what I mean? Again, I can't stress this enough that I'm not trying to be an asshole about this. I'm not. I just want people to think about what people like myself hear when you say, well, if it goes down, I'm coming to your house. So what you're basically saying is that I don't want to spend any time, money and energy on building my own resources. I just want to absorb yours in the event that something happens, right? That's what you're saying. That's what I hear, right? Like, do you think any of this is easy, cheap, or hard, or just like, like this is just, listen, look around. You see, that's my sign. There was no sign there before. This whole thing was woods. The entire area was just woods. There used to be houses up here back in the day. So, me and my wife, and like I said, I have a hand here and there. But, we basically did this by ourselves. And then you say, well, I don't want to do any of that, but if something goes sideways, I'll be out. I might be beating a dead horse or repeating myself over and over, but I can't stress it enough. I'm not your backup plan. Don't make me your backup plan. Do it yourself. This is the time that you can still The dollar still has some buying value right now. Like, use it. Use it to go buy some things that you might need in the event that something goes sideways. Go get yourself some water, go get yourself some food, something, gas, right? You know, go get gas. Like, you know, have a few gallons of gas extra, you know. I look around. It was all woods here. We're about to have a structure built and a place to grow crops for next year. I'm not your backup plan. Don't expect me to take care of you simply because I know you when you showed up at my house. Do it yourself. You're all grown people. And, you know, I'm talking to a group of people that just recently have all said the same thing to me, because I think they're all starting to realize that, you know, something could possibly go sideways. Or, you know, like, just, for example, like, it doesn't even have to be anything severe, you know? But, you know, your access to certain things may be limited in the future. Or it could go completely sideways. And, you know, like, just because we live in America doesn't mean we won't see hardships at some point. That's ridiculous to think that it's impossible for something to not happen here. The dollar's losing its value. Resources are becoming harder and harder to find. We barely make anything in the United States anymore, so we're as a country, we're not self-sufficient in just about any way. So you got to figure out a way to be self-sufficient for yourself. And that doesn't mean going to your friend's house that tried to prepare. Just think about what I've said, and I hope that some people may have forwarded this message to other people because they just probably don't want to be as rude as I was about it. But you guys have a good day. Think about what I said.